The 2019 draft class is 1 year into their career, and some of them showed serious star potential. And for today's video, I thought it would be interesting to go back and look at the entire first round of last year's draft and regrade based on what we know and what we have seen so far. Some have exceeded expectations, some have disappointed, and some have been about what they were expected to be. These players are just 16 games into their career, so if they have a poor grade, they can still change it and are by no means officially a star or a bust just yet. But before we get started, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now let's begin. The 32nd pick of the 2019 draft was when the Patriots selected wide receiver N'Keal Harry. Harry missed a lot of his rookie season due to injury, and because of that, it's not really fair to grade a player on 7 career games. However, he did average just 15 yards per game, which is not good, and that would translate to just 240 yards in a season, and for that reason, I give this pick 1 year later a D. The 31st pick of the 2019 draft was when the Falcons selected offensive tackle Kaleb McGary. Kaleb had an up and down rookie season, and he had a rocky start to say the least, but he got better as the season progressed. It's too early to say if he's going to be a great pick, but he's certainly not as bad as some other first round picks in here, and for that reason I give this a C+. The 30th pick of the draft was when the Giants selected corner DeAndre Baker. Baker in 2019, when targeted, gave up over a 115 passer rating to opposing quarterbacks and was picked on left and right. It was above 130 in the first 10 games, and he held it to 90 in the final 6, which still isn't great, but he did show improvement towards the end of his rookie season, and that gives Giants hope to believe in year number 2. I give this pick a C-. The 29th pick was when the Seahawks selected defensive end LJ Collier. Collier through 1 year has 3 tackles, and so far is a draft bust by every definition. 1 year in, and I give this pick an F. The 28th pick was when the Chargers drafted defensive tackle Jerry Tillery. Tillery isn't much better than Collier, as he played in 15 games and started just 3. He has 17 tackles and 2 sacks through a year, and I give this pick a D. The 27th pick was when the Raiders selected safety Jonathan Abram. Unfortunately, a part of the game we all love is injury, and Abram played just 1 game before being placed on injured reserve, and because of that, this grade is invalid through 1 year. The 26th pick was when the Redskins drafted defensive end Montez Sweat. Sweat had a very good rookie season in which he had 50 tackles, 7 sacks, and forced 2 fumbles. His numbers should only rise when they draft Chase Young, and he looks to be a long-time starter for the team. I give this pick an A. The 25th pick was when the Ravens selected wide receiver Marquise Brown. Brown in 14 games didn't play a lot of snaps and still had over 580 yards and 7 touchdowns. He looks to be a really solid receiver for the Ravens and for the future, as him and Lamar should only grow together as the two get older. I give this pick an A. The 24th pick was when the Raiders drafted running back Josh Jacobs. Jacobs ran for over 1,100 yards in his rookie year and was everything the Raiders could have asked for in a rookie running back. He will be the starter there for the next 4 to 5 years, if not longer, and produce good numbers every year if he stays healthy. An A+ pick by Mike Mayock. The 23rd pick was when the Texans selected offensive tackle Tytus Howard. Tytus was considered a reach, as the Eagles drafted the player the Texans wanted in Andre Dillard just a pick ahead of them. Howard still played 8 games before his season was cut short and was named to the Pro Football Writers of America rookie team. He showed promises, and I give this pick a B+. The 22nd pick was when the Eagles drafted tackle Andre Dillard. Dillard was played at right tackle during his rookie season for a few games, and that was a poor coaching decision because he had never played there in his life. Dillard was a great pass-protecting left tackle as a prospect, and playing him at right tackle just was not a smart decision, and he didn't play well during his time there. I think he can improve and be a natural left tackle, but for now, with the lack of sample size we have, the grade is a C-. The 21st pick was when the Packers selected safety Darnell Savage. Savage had 55 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles in his rookie season, and was named to the Pro Football Writers of America rookie team. Savage was a great pick, unlike the other Packers' first-round pick, and we'll get to him later, but for now, the Savage pick is an A+. The 20th pick was when the Broncos drafted tight end Noah Fant. In his rookie year, Fant had 40 catches for over 560 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 2 100-yard games as a rookie tight end, which is very impressive, and I hope both him and Drew Lock stay in Denver for years to come, as both are exciting players to watch. Denver has their tight end of the future, and he could be a top 5 tight end in the NFL before we know it. An A+ pick. The 19th pick was when the Titans selected Jeffrey Simmons. Simmons missed about half of his rookie year from a torn ACL in training during the draft process. However, he looked very good when he came back from the injury, and he was a force on the Titans' defensive line as a rookie. He will be there for years to come, and the Titans drafted a top 5 talent in 19th overall. A+ pick. The 18th pick was when the Vikings selected center Garrett Bradbury. Bradbury had an up and down rookie year as his rookie season started off very rough. However, he did improve, and by the end, aside from the Packers Monday night game, didn't look too bad. He still has a long way to go for where the Vikings want him to be, and for now I give this pick a D+. The 17th pick was when the Giants drafted defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. Dexter is a good run-stuffing defensive tackle, as he is a mountain of a man at over 340 pounds. This pick will never be viewed as a sexy pick, although Lawrence is a good player and is great at what he does. This makes grading the pick challenging because Lawrence will never put up gaudy numbers, but he will be good at what he does for probably the next decade. I give this pick a B+. The 16th pick was when the Panthers selected Brian Burns. Burns in his rookie season had 7.5 sacks and started only 5 games. He also forced a fumble, had a defensive touchdown, and will be a good player for the next few years, if not decade, for them. Great rookie season and a great pick for Carolina, an A+ pick. The 15th pick was when the Redskins drafted quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Haskins in his rookie season threw just 7 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. He never really looked great, and on top of it had 6 fumbles. If he works out for the Redskins and becomes a franchise quarterback, that's awesome and good for them, but for now I give this pick a C. The 14th pick was when the Falcons selected offensive guard Chris Lindstrom. Lindstrom played only 5 games as he got injured in week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. However, when he did play, he showed promise, and hopefully he and the 31st pick Kaleb McGary can hold down the right side of the line in Atlanta for the next year and for years to come. As of now, I give this pick a B. The 13th pick was when the Dolphins drafted defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. Wilkins had 56 tackles in his rookie year along with 2 sacks and will probably be a starter for the Dolphins for the next few years and maybe even the decade. He's a good player, and with how active they were in free agency and soon to be the draft, I'm excited for him and his team's future. An A pick. The 12th pick was when the Packers selected Rashawn Gary. Gary had just 21 tackles in his rookie season and was outshined by the Smith brothers Preston and Za'Darius. He never really made the impact the team was hoping for despite playing in all 16 games. This pick for now is a D. The 11th pick was when the Bengals drafted offensive tackle Jonah Williams. Williams didn't play a single snap in his rookie season due to injury, and we all hope he gets better, but for now this grade is invalid. The 10th pick was when the Steelers selected linebacker Devin Bush. In his rookie season, Bush had 109 tackles, a sack, 2 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries, and a defensive touchdown. He was overshadowed on a defense with players like TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick, but don't let that distract you from this being an A+ pick from Pittsburgh. The 9th pick was when the Bills drafted Ed Oliver. Oliver had 43 tackles and 5 sacks in his rookie season, and he probably will never be a 15-sack-year type player, but he will be a stud defensive tackle and a consistent Pro Bowler before we know it. This is an A+ pick from the Bills. The 8th pick was when the Lions selected tight end TJ Hockenson. Hockenson started his career off with a 130-yard game. Unfortunately, that was his only game in his rookie season above 60 yards, and for the Lions, when you draft a tight end that high, I think they expect more production than what they received in his rookie year. Hockenson will rebound in 2020, but to what extent I don't know. For now, I give the pick a C+. The 7th pick was when the Jags drafted Josh Allen. Allen had 18 sacks in his final year at Kentucky, and he translated this to the NFL with an outstanding 10.5 in his rookie year. He made the Pro Bowl as well, an A+ pick for the Jags. The 6th pick was when the Giants drafted Daniel Jones, much to everyone's surprise. For all of the negative feedback they received, I honestly thought Jones had a pretty good rookie season. He threw 24 touchdowns to just 12 picks, and yes, he does need to get the fumbles down, but for a player who received so much criticism, he looks like a franchise quarterback, and I give the pick an A. The 5th pick was when the Bucs selected linebacker Devin White. In his rookie year, he had 91 tackles, 2.5 sacks, an interception, and 3 forced fumbles. He will be the starting linebacker for Tampa Bay for more than likely all of the 20s, and this is an A+ pick. The fourth pick was when the Raiders shocked everyone and took Clelin Ferrell. In his rookie year, he had 38 tackles and 4.5 sacks. Clelin didn't have a great or phenomenal rookie year by any stretch of the imagination, but it was solid, and I think he will be a good player on their defense for years to come. I give this pick a B+. The third pick was when the Jets took Quinnen Williams. Quinnen didn't have a great rookie season at all, as in 13 games he had just 28 tackles and 2.5 sacks. Whether or not he can rebound in 2020 and beyond is to be seen. He was taken 3rd overall for a reason, but as of now, this pick is a D. The second pick was when the 49ers drafted defensive end Nick Bosa. Bosa was a Pro Bowler in his rookie year, the Defensive Rookie of the Year, and completely took over and dominated Super Bowl 54. He looks better now than I ever thought he would become, and he looks to be the future of the position. This, in every way, shape, and form, is an A+ pick. Now with the first overall pick, the Cardinals selected quarterback Kyler Murray. Kyler in his rookie season had over 4,200 yards and 24 touchdowns. He looks to be, for the first time in a while for the Cardinals, a franchise quarterback. Kyler may never be a Pat Mahomes type player, and that's fine because there's only one of those, but he is, as of now, an A+ pick. He is a franchise quarterback, and when you take a quarterback number 1 overall, that's really all you can ask for, and he is. And that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for taking the time out of your day if you've made it this far. And there will be giveaways real soon, so follow me on Twitter at Football Analysis and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.